To be honest, boxing's never seen nothing like this in the history of boxing. Since it began 250 years ago, it's never seen anything like this. I believe this is going to be great for boxing. I believe we're going to win.
He's going to have after the fight is over, then so be it. I'm already in a no-win situation anyway. To me, it's a win-win. But I'm in a no-win because if I knock him out fast in the first round, they're going to be like, oh man, this wasn't worth it. If I let it go a few rounds and drag it out, they're going to be like, oh man.
I've always been in the gym training. I'm boxing professional fighters. Activity is great. I had 15 fights in 1 year when I was younger. And I think activity is great, but I'm prepared. I'm just ready to go.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson come together in a tense, up-close encounter, where sharp words are traded and the atmosphere quickly grows charged. The confrontation highlights the rising strain between the two iconic fighters as emotions run high.
Don't even bring that shit up no more.
No, they should bring it up.
Okay.
They should see the difference from there to now.
Gotcha.
Me at my worst, to me at the biggest event in the history of events right now. There's never been any bigger than this. So what they have to say about that?
What does that say about you if you lose?
Well, I'm not gonna lose. So I can't even fathom losing. I can't even imagine it. I think he thinks this is gonna be a very easy night. It's not gonna be an easy night.
During the intense face-off, Floyd Mayweather Jr. shows no hesitation, carrying himself with total self-assurance. He appears locked in and prepared to demonstrate that his sharp ability and competitive edge are still very much alive.
On cruise control, go out there, have some fun, and do what I do best. And that's be Floyd Mayweather.
Mike Tyson makes it clear he's ready to meet what's ahead, pushing himself through intense preparation and showing strong form. His mindset reflects confidence, as he believes he's capable of stepping up when the moment arrives.
The fighter's waiting for his money. By the time he gets his money, everybody else took their percentage out already. So you don't know who's who. You get what they give you.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing extra large. It looks like I wear large.
According to Rafael Corderero, who oversees Mike Tyson's training, Tyson's current condition surpasses where he was during the bout with Roy Jones. He notes that Tyson appears more refined and physically improved compared to that previous fight.
Perfect time, perfect place now. Whereas Mike put everything together. So mentally, physically, we're excited. If the fight was next Saturday, you will be ready for. We talk about Roy. Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than he was when he fought.
Inside camp, Mike Tyson is operating at peak focus, engaging in high-intensity sparring and testing his boundaries. Each session is geared towards serious preparation as he readies himself for what lies ahead.
Okay. Calm, be right.
Good. Round one. Boom. Few. Cut the ring. Exactly. Cut the ring. Exactly.
Jeff Mayweather explains that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long embraced being cast as the antagonist. He adds that facing Mike Tyson would put Floyd's legacy to the test, while still allowing him to display the self-belief and technical ability he's known for.
Why? It's easy, because Floyd always was the bad guy. Once again, he's gonna be the bad guy. And I think that if there's any way to try to remove his O, it may happen.
At the same time, Tony Jeff has suggested that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s comeback is fueled by pride, pointing to an inability to tolerate being pushed out of the spotlight, particularly following the attention surrounding Tyson's bout with Jake Paul.
We've got to make as much money as we can while we can and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all of that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, like, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well. But also, I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. You've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix. And Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, be in that limelight all the time. And when you're not in the limelight all the time, you want to...
Inside training camp, Floyd Mayweather Jr. pushes himself at a high level, showing crisp movement and quick reflexes. He appears unexpectedly fresh, displaying the fast hands and exact timing that once set him apart at his peak.
Hook right here. Right here, hook. Again. Hook right here. You slide and drop. Touch it, wait till help you go. Drop. Walking. Hit it. Six. Touch it. Hit it.
Short. Don't look at it.
Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
Floyd unloads on the heavy bags with sharp accuracy and force, combining quick execution with polished technique while staying locked in throughout every movement.
Hit it. Again, touch the gun. Hit it.
It's a roll.
Hit it.
Analyst Henry raises serious concerns about the current trend in boxing, where legendary fighters are returning for exhibition matches. He notes that Manny Pacquiao is scheduled to face Rosalind Knickhoff, while Floyd Mayweather Jr. is rumored to square off with Mike Tyson. In Henry's view, these fights appear to be motivated more by financial gain than by competitive necessity. He finds the situation unusual and somewhat unsettling, particularly when veteran fighters make comebacks for another run. The scrutiny on Tyson grows even sharper following his recent high-profile bout with Jake Paul, which already stirred widespread discussion.
Mayweather's taking on Mike Tyson of all people. That's the most money-motivated thing I've ever heard. It's utterly bizarre. And I don't want to see Mike Tyson anywhere near the ring again, especially after that Jake Paul fiasco. This whole thing's incredibly weird. I don't like it. I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix. It's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering it because they are two former champions of note, and it is going to go on their professional records. But if you thought the first fight wasn't particularly entertaining, I can't imagine this one's going to be much better. The one thing I will say is that I believe Pacquiao's in better condition than I realized after the effort he put in against Mario Barrios.
Simultaneously, Henry acknowledges that the event's magnitude will be massive, especially with a platform like Netflix showcasing it. Even amid criticism, it draws attention and curiosity. He frames the true story around the question of decline, examining which fighter has lost more of their edge. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been out of action for several years, while Manny Pacquiao carries the weight of far more career fights. This uncertainty adds a layer of intrigue, even for traditionalists who are skeptical about the concept.
Not had a proper fight in such a long time, which you could argue means he won't be as sharp in the ring. But then on the other hand, Pacquiao's had way more fights than Mayweather has, so you could argue he's got less left in the tank. It's difficult to figure out what it means for either guy, and we don't really know which way it's going to go. But I guess if I'm being really honest, as much as I don't love it, there's always going to be a little bit of intrigue there. Kind of don't like myself for it, but I'm just being honest with you guys. And I think if we want to have a real conversation about what this fight represents is a continued frustration around the truth about the first fight, which was that it came too late and it turned into more and more of a cash grab. This fight embodies that to a whole new level. Even for the broadcaster Netflix, I don't believe they're truly invested in the sport of boxing. They'll take one-off big events that get them more subscribers, that increase their revenue, that increase their subscription base, but they don't really care about the sport. If they did, they'd be putting on a lot more events than just these mega fights that involve, influencers and fighters that are well past that.
Adola voices concerns about the rumored showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson in Congo, questioning whether the fight is genuinely confirmed or quietly losing momentum. He finds the unusually early announcement curious, with the bout slated for September yet revealed as early as February. This long gap stands out compared to the typical 3 to 4 month promotional timeline. Such an extended lead could indicate either an ambitious global buildup or uncertainty behind the scenes. Adola also considers Netflix's approach, highlighting the platform's focus on high-profile, spectacle-driven matchups.
Also talk about Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in the Congo. Is that now scrapped? Why are they announcing this several months before the event? I mean, is it a massive build-up? I mean, when you think about it, most fights are announced 3 months, 4 before an event. This one, September. We are in February, people. Like, what is going on? I mean, what are Netflix doing? Netflix are kind of, obviously, they're picking up and putting on really random stuff. Like Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. If you are an MMA fan, that fight was supposed to happen way more than a decade ago. Way more than a decade ago. They're doing it now. Will it get big numbers? I guess it kind of will. They've obviously done the Jake Paul stuff. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul versus AJ. They done massive numbers. Crawford Canelo, a serious fight, and then they're doing it.
From crossover events to the record-breaking audiences drawn by Jake Paul's matches, the platform clearly prioritizes wide-reaching appeal. Aid acknowledges that this approach is probably effective, even if it seems somewhat unpredictable. Despite his reservations, he speaks as a true fan of Floyd Mayweather Jr., whose influence helped shape his love for boxing from the era of Mike Tyson through the rise of British stars and back to the United States thanks to Mayweather's achievements. He sees Floyd as a rare figure who excels in both promotional skill and in-ring strategy, similar to how Conor McGregor dominates his own domain.
A massive, massive Floyd fan. Like, my journey into boxing, obviously when I was young, it was very much Mike Tyson, but then it went and became a UK thing. The ITV days of, I don't know, Ben Eubank, etc., Michael Watson, and then eventually Joe Calzaghe, Prince Nassim, etc., etc. My reason for going back and watching American boxing is solely down to Floyd. Like, I was obsessed with everything Floyd Mayweather did. I thought he was a genius when it comes to marketing and a genius in the ring. Like, it's very rare that the two go together, which is why I think everyone kind of fell in love with Conor McGregor, right? Because Conor McGregor was a genius outside the ring in terms of how to sell a fight. And in the octagon, he actually proved that he can fight as well. Floyd, obviously on a completely different level, but you know what I mean? Very similar. Someone that talks the talk and walks the walk. And Floyd most certainly did it.
Wade Plumman offers his perspective on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s return to the ring, emphasizing the delicate balance between preserving a legacy and chasing financial gain. He notes that watching a fighter of Floyd's caliber compete again at this stage can feel disappointing to some fans, as it hints that profit may be taking priority over a genuine love for boxing. For longtime supporters, there's an uneasy feeling that a celebrated career could be overshadowed by monetary motives rather than sporting accomplishment.
Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and real estate investments that he's made. And apparently, some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. These things seem to have added up for Floyd. And now it's pretty apparent that not only is he doing these, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it, which is very, very sad. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening. And here's a snippet from Business Insider because it made me want to pay for the entire article.
In response to media claims about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s finances, Plemons strongly denies that the fighter is facing any financial difficulties, noting that reports of large debts are misleading and exaggerated. At the same time, he acknowledges that the upcoming event is extremely profitable and that financial incentives played a significant role in making it happen. While some may see this as purely commercial, Plemons describes it as a deliberate decision that balances Floyd's enduring competitive drive with the practical opportunities available. For him, the fight serves both as entertainment for fans and as an example of Mayweather's strategic management of his career and brand.
He strongly denies any kind of financial distress, but the headlines aren't slowing down. $54 million alleged dollars in debt. So it makes sense why they would want to do this, and it's strictly for money, let's be honest. This is a clear money grab, but this is going to be a terrible fight. This is not going to be a fight that anyone outside of watching Mike Tyson walk to the ring and the idea that maybe he'll knock out the little guy in Floyd that Tyson for a long time didn't like. For a long time called Floyd a small little angry man or a small little scared man because he couldn't walk his kids to school by himself, mainly because Floyd had, he kind of disrespected Muhammad Ali, who was Mike Tyson's favorite fighter and one that he would never put himself above. But Mike's 60 years old, and if there was a time for Mike to get him and knock him out or whatever, it never would have happened because they were in completely different weight classes and XYZ. If you wanted to settle it outside of boxing, that's one thing, but now they're stepping into this exhibition. There's not going to be any weight classes.
Ariel Helwani offered a pointed take on the upcoming matchup between two boxing icons, highlighting concerns that have sparked conversation among fans. He questions the necessity of the bout, particularly given that both fighters are well past their athletic peak. To Helwani, the fight appears more like a spectacle than a true competitive contest, as age inevitably impacts speed, reflexes, and stamina. He warns that the potential risks to the fighters could outweigh any entertainment value or financial gain, stressing that their health should remain the top priority. His remarks reflect a wider debate in boxing over bringing former champions back for high-profile events, especially when these matches seem driven by publicity or profit rather than sport. While fans may be excited to see familiar names in the ring, Helwani urges caution, suggesting that such a fight might not only be unnecessary, but could also diminish the legacies of both participants rather than honor them.
Today's economic times, there's economic challenges. These corporations and companies, they're looking to make profit. And if they put out a pay-per-view, and a lot of people, another thing is the fighters. I'm blaming the fighters too, because there's a lot of guys, they're not bigger than the fighters of yesteryear. That's why you can have a Floyd Mayweather and a Mike Tyson whose brands are so big. This is going to be a big fight. It's going to be, just because it's a freak show, circus fight, whatever you want to say. Some people are going to be mad at it. I don't want to see it, blah, blah, blah. But the curiosity is always going to get the best of the masses, especially if they put this on Netflix or Amazon or whoever, right? And that's the reality. A lot of these new fighters, Gen Z fighters, people under 30, they're not marketing them.
Johnny Nelson recently shared his perspective on the highly anticipated matchup between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., highlighting details that often go unnoticed by fans. He noted that, despite their years, Mayweather continues to exhibit exceptional speed, power, and accuracy, moving with a sharpness that impresses even experienced observers. In the gym, his technique still shows a remarkable vitality, striking the heavy bags with intensity and focus shaped by decades of disciplined training. Nelson also explored the personal side of legendary fighters, pointing out that decisions to return to the ring are influenced by more than just pride or competition. Factors like financial considerations, family, and the desire to stay relevant in the sport often play a significant role. While some fans may worry about the potential impact on a fighter's legacy, Nelson emphasizes that both athletes remain highly skilled, blending experience, natural talent, and strategic preparation to perform at an elite level.
Then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all, and even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place, and that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. But you've got to remember, these guys are individuals, their fathers, their brothers, or whatever. And they still want to earn a massive chunk of money. Where's Mike Tyson? Whatever they're getting paid. Where's Mike Tyson at 59 going to earn this kind of money? Where's Floyd Mayweather at this time of life going to make this kind of money? It doesn't matter what we say about legacy. These guys are still going to live. These guys are still thinking, you know what, I'll take the heat, I'll take the criticism, but you know what, my bank account's all right, my family's all right. And I know it's crude, and I know it takes the shine off it, but that's real talk. So these guys are now in a position where where people want to pay them a lot of money to fight each other. It's against somebody they don't like. So again, ego's going to get the better of common sense with Mike, as far as I'm concerned.
That wraps up today's video. Be sure to stay connected for more updates, and we'll see you in the next one.